Welcome and hello. This is a support video in HEC-RAS, and I titled this video Weir Stationing Not Increasing Error. This is a particular error that you may encounter when running a 2D flow simulation, and I'm going to show you at least one way how I fixed it in this video. All right, so what I have on the screen here is an existing 2D flow model. This is the geometric data editor. Actually, I intended to open up the RAS mapper, so let me go ahead and open that up. This is a model that was sent to me by a user. I'm going to toggle off the terrain. A user, a viewer of this channel who had a question. So we are going to fix that for him. All right, if I zoom out, the details of the model really aren't too important, except for the few things I'm going to point out. We have a storage area, and then here we have a SA2D connection right here, and then this is a downstream 2D flow area. I'm going to first run the simulation, then we can look at the error message, and then I'll show you how I got it fixed. So let's go up to the unsteady flow simulation. This is currently a 2-day simulation at a 0.4 second for the computation interval. And there's also a levee breach involved. There's some levee breach data, but again, that doesn't affect the issue that we're dealing with here. So go ahead and click compute, and then boom, this is the error message. And what it reads is, computed Weir stationing on the tailwater side is not increasing. Check the structure data, Weir stationing and center lines, and 2D mesh in the area to fix the problem. So when I first read that, I thought to myself, okay, so there's something about the tailwater connection, and I think that's why I had the geometric data editor open. If we zoom in here on the tailwater connection, that the tailwater is going to be the 2D flow area. If I click on SA/2D connection, what I was thinking is if you click on Weir in embankment, and then the tailwater connections right here, the station values are increasing. So that wasn't obvious to me. But what I found through some research is that I need to just modify the 2D flow area and position it a little bit closer to the SA2D connection. So, and I'm going to make that edit in RAS Mapper. So this is again the geometric data editor. I'm going to close that. Here's RAS Mapper. Okay. Here is the 2D flow area. And what I want to do is just edit the boundary of this perimeter and bring it a little bit closer to the SA2D connection right here. There looks like there's an existing profile line. We can change that later. But to go ahead and make the edits, so I'm going to go ahead and make those edits. I'm going to come over here to geometries and then click on 2D flow area. I'm going to click on the plus to expand it, click on perimeters, and then I want to click on the edit pencil, and then finally the edit feature button right here. All right, I'm going to double click, and then I've highlighted the 2D flow area. You can see the different dots along the perimeter are the different handles. So I can add a handle or I can move an existing handle. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in right here. I'm going to go ahead and grab this particular vertex point right here, and I'll just move it a lot closer to that SA2D connector. Then I'll move this one closer as well. I measured it earlier. It was about 40 or 50 meters away, so that's probably a little bit too far. Then here's a vertex point, so I'll put that right there. Here's a vertex point. I'm going to go ahead and just put that right there. I'll leave this vertex point where it is. Okay. Next, what I want to do is recompute the mesh. And to do that with the 2D flow area selected, I'm going to go right click and then generate computation points with all break lines for the mesh. So whatever the existing spacing was for the computation points, that will be preserved and regenerated. This is just a confirmation, so go ahead and click yes. Okay, so that got regenerated. Again, we can move that profile line if we want, but we're now much closer to the tailwater connection. So I'm going to click the stop sign button to stop editing and confirm, yes, I do want to save the edits that I made. Next, I'm going to go ahead and close RAS Mapper. Then I'm going to come up to Edit, Geometric Data. And you can see that now our geometry has been updated. This red location here is the location of the dam breach. And if I click on SA/2D connection, Weir embankment, tailwater connections. Yeah, the only thing I noticed that's different is this first value is not negative. I'm not sure if that was the problem or not, but we have to first confirm that it is working. So let's not get too excited yet. I'm going to close that up, close that, and let's go ahead and see if this simulation runs or not. I'm going to go up to Run, Unsteady Flow Analysis, and just leave all the settings the same. click the compute button, and it looks like we are running. Right now it's doing the geometry preprocessor. And this probably is going to take a long time. I'm not going to let this entire simulation run, but we don't have the same error that we encountered when we first opened up the model, simply by modifying the shape of the 2D flow area downstream of the SA 2D connection element. All right, well, that is it for this help video titled Weir Stationing Not Increasing Error, and we got it fixed.